Cheers, buckaroos. I think I already had some issues there. Anyways, Firestone Walker Melon Conspiracy Hazy IPA. The Propagator at 6%. It uses Melon Mosaic hops. Yeah, another hazy IPA. Woohoo! Another one, man. I got this in a mixed pack of Firestone Walker stuff. Let me make myself clear. I don't hate the style per se. I don't get the love for it in all honesty. I mean, I like my beer to taste like beer. I don't understand the notion that beer doesn't have to taste like beer. You know? I don't understand the notion that we have to add so much other shit into beer to make it palatable. That just doesn't make sense to an old guy like me that loves classic beer styles. But anyway, apparently I've been told it's beers like this that gets folks into the breweries. Not sure I believe it, but that's what I'm told. Well, the truth is, yeah, I don't doubt that hazy IPAs bring people into the brewery. I doubt that it brings more in, right? I think you're getting different folks. If you were to unload a leash of classic beer styles, you're going to get a different crowd in there. If you're doing nothing but hazies, you're going to get this crowd. You know, I don't think it's true that it brings more people in. I think it does bring people in, but I deny that it brings more in. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on the matter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I get this almost, orange Julius-like nose. I get a lot of orange, a lot of tangerine. You might find some grapefruit in there. Very creamy. And those are the flavors. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing for me. I mean, it's good. I just don't understand the love for it. Why does every beer have to taste like this? It just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, what do I know? I'm an old guy that likes actual beers. uh, I like actual beer styles. What can I say? I remember when beer tasted like beer, it didn't have to taste like a milkshake. I remember when beer tasted like beer and didn't have to taste like an orange Julius. It's brilliant. It tastes just like an orange Julius. Well, if I want a fucking orange Julius, I'll go to the mall and get a fucking orange Julius. Why do I need my beer to taste like that? And that's what I just don't understand. I just don't get that mentality. It makes no absolute sense to me, man. However, here's the however. The however is, do I think this beer is done well? Yeah, I think it's done well. I mean, it gives you the flavors that you expect. And you're certainly going to get some melon that I did mention earlier. I mentioned a lot of orange, a lot of grape. I certainly get a lot of tangerine. But yeah, you're going to find some melon. More specifically, I'm going to say cantaloupe. You're going to get more cantaloupe or mushmelon. You might feel a hint of honeydew in there, but I get more cantaloupe than anything else. I just don't buy that these beers are IPAs. It doesn't drink like an IPA. It doesn't taste like an IPA. So why is it an IPA? Because those three letters sell beer. There's nothing IPA about this beer. There's nothing remotely IPA about this beer. Yet it's an IPA. What do I know? I'm just an old guy that likes actual beer. I had a conversation with someone the other day where we were discussing hops and certain styles, and he was arguing with me about it. I said, no, this was here. I remember because I'm old enough to have been there during that time period. All you know is either what you've been told or what you read. I'm telling you, I was there. Oh, mercy. Anyways, kids today, what are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I complained a little. The truth is, it is a good beer. There's nothing wrong with the beer. It's just not an IPA. I guess part of me can see why some like these. I just enjoy beer, right? I've always enjoyed the flavor of beer, whatever that style might be. A classic Pilsner, a classic English brown ale, a classic dry stout. I just love the taste of beer. So I don't understand why we're going out of our way to make beer taste like anything or taste like everything else, in all honesty. I don't understand the trend. It doesn't make any logical sense to me. But like my friends like to point out to me, these beers bring people into the brewery. And I don't disagree with that. Again, I just say, but does it bring more, right? If you were only to do classic beer styles and not one hazy, are you going to get less people in your brewery, or are you going to just get different people in your brewery? And that's, I guess that's my argument. And part of that, in all honesty, depends on where your brewery is. You know, are you going to get people like me in your brewery in your neck of the woods? Or is your neck of the woods going to get, or only going to get folks like this? The truth is, in my neck of the woods, we've got several breweries. As I try to adjust that angle slightly, we've got several breweries. We've got one brewery that really specializes in this style, and they do very well. They're very trendy. As far as all trendy styles go, I mean, their brewery's about packed all the time. But then again, you go across the road to another brewery that does mostly traditional styles, and they're packed all the time as well. So I guess I go back to: are you really getting more people in your brewery by doing only this style, or are you getting just these people? And if you're only doing those classic styles, are you getting less people, or are you just getting the people that want those styles? I just don't think you're getting less people in your brewery if you're doing just classics, but it kind of makes sense to diversify, right, and do more. But then again, I mean, it's almost like you have to specialize in something, right? If you got a brewery that does this, that, and the other, are they really good at everything? You know, it's like a restaurant that does everything. Are they really good at it, or are they just chucking out a whole bunch of stuff that they're okay at? So I can get the breweries that only specialize in this. I can understand the breweries that only specialize in traditional styles. And in my particular area, we have both. You can go to St. Louis and find both. You can go to Kansas City and find both. Do I think one is doing better than the other? Well, honestly, I don't think so. But you'd have to ask those owners. You know, are one of them doing better than the other by only doing the trendy styles? Is the other one doing better by only doing traditional styles? I just don't buy the notion that you have to do this style to get people into your brewery. I just don't buy that notion. I think maybe you have to do this style to get a certain segment of society into your brewery, a certain demographic, if you will. And I won't deny that, because I think that's absolutely true. That you know, maybe you need a certain segment, maybe you need a certain demographic, so you're going to brew this style. Okay, I get that. I'm just not going to buy that you have to brew it to get people in, because I don't believe that's true. It's certainly not true what I've seen in other breweries that don't brew this style. And as I've drank this, I guess my biggest issue with the beer is that the style, the biggest issue with the style is that they kind of feel one dimensional. They don't really change from your first sip to the last. They kind of are what they are, and I think that the people that love this style, that's what they like. They want these fruit juicy, you know, they want this orange Julius like flavor, or this, you know, citrus milkshake kind of feel going on. Uh, I guess I'm just of that certain age where I just don't care. I don't hate it. I don't think it's a terrible thing. I don't think it's a boon on society. I just don't understand why some folks think it's the greatest thing to happen to beer. I don't understand that logic at all. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But for you folks at Firestone Walker, hey, I think this is okay. Will I buy it again? In all honesty, probably not. But you know, here you go. Anyway, anyways, what are you gonna do? I can't help myself. I'm hopelessly honest, man. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, all around good guy. Cheers.
Power off.